Milner with the ball under the hoop, looking to go back. Finds Teasdale. Oh.
A little bit too quick there.
Wilkins couldn't control it, and Loughborough.
Another charge on defence for Team Solent.
There's a timeout just been called. Well, it appeared it had been called.
I think Loughborough seem to have changed their mind there.
There's a bit of confusion here at St Mary's. Sylvan's stepped out into the technical area. And it seems the timeout's going to go ahead.
Oh no, it looks like that was a technical foul. I think Tim signalled that very off there. So on a technical foul, that means that we get 2 shots and then possession of the ball back from the sideline. Someone seems to have made a comment towards the referee, not fully sure what happened there.
Opportunity here for Solent to get back into this game. They're 10 points behind. Lucas losing the ball, and Washington reacts quickest. Finishes with a lovely layup, and that extends their lead now to 12 points.
That was a good bit of defence there by Loughborough, but I do think that was a little bit of a shirt pull there that took Lucas off balance.
Gold passes across to Washington, who drives through the centre. Loughborough look like they're trying to play on the inside a bit more now, Liam. They look like they're trying to come inside the Solent defence and really try and make something happen.
Yeah, I think they really are trying to force it inside now. I think they were trying to exploit their quickness and speed in transition, and now I think they're going to start working on a few bits of getting the ball inside and moving this forward.
And the play stopped here yet again. It's a bit of a stop-start game in this quarter.
Tim seems to be giving Sylvan a bit of a talking to right there. I think he's just getting a warning there. Yep, that was his first warning.
Needs to be careful from now on.
You can always put so much lenience towards referees, but there only comes a certain point when the referee will start throwing out technicals and start stopping and starting the game due to that.
Here come Loughborough. Pass is intercepted.
Some good hustle there by Teasdale.
Put his body on the line there to try and keep the ball in play. Maynard passes the ball inside. Washington back to Maynard, shoots, bounce back, and Solent are quick on this counter now.
I think if Loughborough were making a lot of the jump shots they've put up, this game would be a bit of a different situation right now. I think Solent are quite fortunate right now, their jump shots aren't falling. Loughborough's jump shots aren't falling.
They seem to be a bit more wasteful this quarter than they were in the first.
Yes, definitely. That was a shooting foul, that seemed. So that's 2 shots to Loughborough.
Quick change there made by Solent. Wilkins steps onto the pitch and replaces Marsh.
think that seems Sylvan's looking to get more size inside due to Loughborough trying to penetrate more inside with their inside shots.
And the free throw is missed on both occasions.
Seems to actually be some atmosphere now from the crowd.
Really getting behind the home side. Solent are really looking to get back into this game. Big long pass, played inside.
Just a missed catch there by Wilkins.
And the handbags are back out again as the teams square off against each other in the middle of the court. Did we expect this from these sides today? I mean,
you wouldn't really expect it, but I think it's getting a little bit testy right now. I think for the fact that Solent are trading from the game, I think they need to fight back. I think Solent have got more of the experience with the cooler heads, so I think they're trying to exploit that, as in Loughborough being younger players.
You can see the coach, Andrew Sullivan, over there. He's very animated on the touchline, talking to the ref.
From what I can gather, with it being an elbow throw, their player has been ejected from the game.
What does that now mean for Solent?
That means that Loughborough seem to not have any inside presence at the moment. I think this is one of Loughborough's biggest players they've got.
It's Hopkins, the man at the centre of the controversy here. He's disgusted. The look on his face. He's walking around. He doesn't really know what to do with himself. Very unusual situation, this, Liam.
Yeah, you don't really see this often in basketball. I think when it gets a little bit heated and a little bit testy, really gives people the push. And that's exactly the same situation for Ollie for Team Solent as well. So he's out of the game as well. This really pushes Solent down to 3 players left on the bench.
Precarious situation to be in. Especially in a game which they'll be looking to try and win. There's a Solent huddle in the centre of the court at the moment. And Hopkins appears to be leaving the building. He's walking off the court. And he's gone, Liam. Sent to watch the game in the stands.
I don't think this is a bigger issue for Loughborough, to be honest with you. I counted they had 12 players at the start of the game. So really, they've still got another 6 players on the bench to use. Unlike Team Solent, we're looking down to 3 players left on the bench. I think sometimes it doesn't help as well, referees' perspective on things. I know it's their job to referee the game, but they may have seen it from a completely different angle.
I thought the assistant referee actually called that decision. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought she may have actually given the signal to Tim.
So what we're looking at right now is that Loughborough will shoot 2 free throws, and then Team Solent will shoot 2 free throws. And then I think the cancellation, the technical fouls, because it was on both teams, will cancel out the possession, so it will end up going back to Loughborough.
First free throw is missed by Loughborough. O'Neill with the ball. Makes the second.
Okay, so there must have been a rule change since last time I checked. I think based on the fact it was 2 technicals, and Loughborough on offence, they only gained 2 free throws, and then the game carries on. As you can see now though, Loughborough are really stepping up their defence and the intensity right now.
You can even hear the crowd getting involved, cheering on from the sidelines.
This game looks like it's getting a little bit testy right now.
It's a fiery matchup. Both sides are looking to go as best as they can and win the game.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think with the Team Solent having such a small bench now, it's not going to help them. They have a game tomorrow against Westminster in the National Cup, so there's going to be some very tired legs tomorrow. But on the other hand, Westminster are actually playing tonight in Bradford, so they're going to have to travel back from Bradford back to London and then come straight here in the morning for a game against us at 1 o'clock.
Here comes Washington, lays up. Very clinical.
I think the spark that we've been talking about, Solent have been looking for, this has been the spark for Loughborough since that technical. Their defensive intensity has stepped up 100% more, and they seem to be making layups and layups on the break, as you can see right now.
They're a lot more lively, and they're pushing forward again. It's another great finish.
That's been 2 possessions in a row now. Loughborough have had a steal and also countered with a layup.
The gap seems to be getting a bit too far now for Solent. Milner's on the ball.
We seem to be, rather than going into the trap, away from the traps, we seem to be running straight into the traps.
Shoots from downtown, and there's 3 points. The first points for Solent for a little while, as the score's now 47 to the visiting side, and Solent 32. The intensity of this game has definitely picked up from Loughborough's point of view. Their defence is a lot more solid. They look a lot more energetic, more hungry for it.
So right now what Loughborough are trying to do is they're trying to trap.
Lucas shoots from way back, and now Solent find themselves only 12 points behind the Riders. This has come from nowhere.
Maybe this could finally be the spark that was needed.
Washington looks to break in. Lovely cross pass, but it's picked up by Teasdale. And here comes O'Neill, so strong. I thought there was a charge there, but he's let play go on. Solent needs to capitalise here.
As you can see there, Loughborough trying to trap in all corners, which is making Solent turn the ball over and starting to struggle on their offense.
O'Neill shoots from way back. Maynard plays it out to O'Neill, who shoots. And the rebound. It's clawed out by Solent, who quickly turned defence into offence. Quick little interchange.
Loughborough's defence is just all over the place. It seems to be getting to every single person who has a ball in their hands. Seems to be playing hand in the lane defence.
Here comes Milner taking it on his own. He's running at them. It's forced wide. Needs an option.
As you see again, trapping on defence.
Lovely three-pointer finished off there by Danes for the away side. The score's now 50 to the Riders and Solent 35. The play's a bit more broken now. Maybe this will give Solent a chance. Oh, wait. It's not lasted long, and Maynard misses the layup.
Solo right now seems to have their heads down. I think Sylvan needs to have a good talk at the end of the quarter.
Would you call a timeout now, Liam?
Well, with about 35 seconds left on the clock, you know, there's no point of using your timeout. You might as well play the quarter out, rally your troops, and then also that will take away from your timeout, so it's better to just use it wisely. Solent have got enough experience that they realise the situation. They realise there's 35 seconds left, and we need to keep control of the tempo so it doesn't get any larger.
What would you try and get them to do differently in the last quarter to really try and turn this game around, turn it on its head, if you will?
For me, I'd say just need to be a little bit more smarter coming down on offense. There seems to be times when they seem to be going into the traps rather than away from the traps. But at the same time, that's not just Solent's fault. That's the fact that Loughborough are playing very, very good, very hard and very intense defence right now. So it's tricky to get over that hump. Secondly, with Team Solent being on defence, I'd be saying everyone needs to start looking up. Everyone needs to start playing defence hard. There's been a few too many possessions where Solent have decided to give up on plays, not box out, too many second chances. You know, they're a very experienced team, and as I said earlier on, an 8-point lead, even a 15-point lead is not a lot. This can be turned around very easily within the space of 5 to 6 possessions. 6 possessions of good defence, 6 possessions on good offence, and the lead will be tied or even in front. As you can see there was no help defence whatsoever. They drove straight through the middle and no one came and helped. Now this is the time when Sylvan will rally his troops and get him in and get him ready for the fourth quarter.
Okay, then that draws a close to the end of the third quarter. We'll be back shortly with the last of the action. Back here for the rest of the play. Solent really going to look to try and push the opposition as best as they can, as they really need to get a victory here.
As you can see there, it was a bit of a turnover straight away. This isn't the way that we need to be starting the first quarter.
Solent are against the clock now.
Good jump shot, good pick and roll. Open up the space for the jump shot instead. So as you can see right there, we've gone straight into the trap. Loughborough playing the trap very, very high.
Great play from Milner as he makes that jump shot. He's been a real thorn in the opposition today. In my opinion, he's been one of the best performers. Oh, and the layup is tipped in, sorry.
As you can see right there, that gave Loughborough a second chance. There's points in the games, and what we need to be doing, Team Solent needs to be doing, is boxing out and stopping them from getting them second opportunities or them tip backs.
Both teams really have come flying out of the blocks for this final quarter.
I think the way Loughborough are looking at this is we need to dead and bury the game now and not let it be a fourth quarter, last 5 minutes, Team Solent come on the run back. And Team Solent obviously know that they need to be pushing the tempo soon as and getting some points on the board. As you can see again, Loughborough playing defence very high with their traps.
That pressure is relentless on the Solent team at the moment.
So what this is doing, this is allowing Loughborough time to be able to create more problems for Solent, and this is also slowing Solent down, which means they've got to force a shot in the shot clock when it's running down.
Quick counter as Payne holds the ball, waiting for reinforcements. The score currently stands at 59 to the Loughborough Riders. Solent still trailing on 37. Lucas there with a great run.
So that was an and one. Lucas with a drive. He got fouled as he was shooting. He made the basket. So he gets the 2 points. Now he gets to shoot one shot on the free throw.
Bonus points on offer here, Liam.
Yeah, this will do him dividends with this level, with the score being a 20-point margin.
Full short.
What you have there was they pushing the back on the rebound. Loughborough's ball.
It's too eager for the ball to come back. They need to just relax and concentrate on playing their own game.
Good high court pressure there by Team Solent. That was an excellent pick and roll there by Loughborough. So Loughborough set a pick. Their man with the ball went around the pick, which then allowed the guy that was setting the pick to roll and open up. This gave a very easy and quick option. This means Solent need to pick up their defence, start hedging, and start looking to flex on any open opportunities. As you can see, he's not a very good free throw shooter, so it is a good foul to take.
They've missed a fair few of these free throws. The coach, Sullivan, will not be impressed after this game. He'll have a few words.
Definitely. I think Loughborough made a lot more of their free throws, a lot of the jump shots they took. This lead could be a lot bigger than 21.
If the score remains the same, it will inevitably mean that Solent will unfortunately really struggle to qualify from their pool after reaching last year's semi-final. It will be disappointing, but they do have other competitions to concentrate on. They have the league, which obviously Loughborough are in the same league as them, the same division. So these faces, they'll be playing again this season.
I think as well, sometimes as it's a cup run at the start of the year, like Patrons Cup, it's a good chance for the players to get their season rhythm in. So okay, they may lose today, but they can take so much from this game that in practice that they can start working with and start getting better for the league that will start at the end of this month. As you can see again, that's Ryan's 4th charge of this game he's taken. As I said, he likes to put his body on the line.
Definitely one of the more committed members of the side. Just under 7 minutes left in this final quarter.
Good bit of ball movement there by Solent.
Bigger passes from Solent.
I think some of the layups that we missed in the first quarter and the second would really make this deficit a lot smaller right now.
Coming back to haunt the team, really. If Solent had been more clinical in the earlier stages, could have potentially been a tighter scoreline.
Very good pass there. And one. Wilkins goes to the line.
It's a great finish from Wilkins. He uses his height well there just to neatly tip the ball in. Makes it look so elegant. Wilkins with the free throw. Solent are currently 21 points behind.
It's the second time now we haven't capitalised on our and ones. What you can really see is Loughborough very, very quick in their offence and starting their offence.
They've definitely been working on that offence. They're quick to move the ball and then they're quick to take the space that's available. It's almost like they know where they're running before they pass the ball.
I think that's just down to some very good coaching and a lot of repetitions in practice.
Substitution here being made. Number 12 O'Neill for the away side, as well as Okoro is being replaced by number 21 Lewis.
As you can see, Loughborough still haven't got used to the court yet. Another out of bounds turnover. Loughborough still extending their defence even though they've got a 21-point lead. It's a true sign of a good team right now. They're really trying to dead and bury Team Solent.
It's a very efficient performance.
Some very good ball movement as well right now by Team Solent. Just not making the shots that we need right now.
Washington pushes the ball forward and it's up with Okoro, who has it hijacked off him. And Solent break quickly. Here comes Payne. Lovely layup.
Great finish.
He was under pressure there. He dealt with it well. That sort of counter-attacking play is exactly what we need to see more of from Solent. Reeves on the ball. Okoro with a switch. Just fumbled and the ball falls out of play. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Timeout has been called. We'll come back when the action restarts. Hi there, and you join us here at St Mary's, where we look to see out the final 5 minutes of this final quarter between Southampton Solent and Loughborough Riders. Solent are trailing as they look to try and come back into this game. Liam, what would you have told them during that timeout?
I would have told them they need to keep their heads up, keep looking for the good shots, keep playing their game and keep playing their offense. There's no point now that giving up right now. We just need to keep going, keep working. It's all practice, it's all repetition. You know, you can't live this in training. You can't get a live game, so this is a good bit of practice right now.
Payne breaks on his own, plays the jump shot, and it comes off nicely for him.
On the reverse side, Payne gets called for the charge, so he didn't draw on this time.
It's unlucky there from Payne. Real gritty player there. He's dug in well today. Washington carries the ball into Solent's court. Okoro twisting and turning. He's being outnumbered, surrounded, and Payne comes away with the ball.
Trying to work the mismatch right there.
Payne finds Teasdale, whose shot just misses the hoop.
Solent get themselves a good inbounds, give them a little bit of momentum for these last 5 minutes. I wouldn't say this game has been too sloppy, to be fair. I'd just say that Loughborough's defence has really caused them some pressure. It's been very intense and very relentless from start to finish.
Do you think Solent could learn a few things from the way that Loughborough have defended today? Do you think they could employ a couple of their tactics and their methods?
Yeah, I say definitely. I mean, you can always, whatever team you play against, you can always take stuff from defence, intensity, offence, you know, good and clever thinking.
I once heard the only way of becoming smart at a game is by playing a smarter opponent than yourself. So obviously there's lessons to be learned here from this game.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's plenty of stuff Solent can take from this. Plenty of stuff. I think it's almost, you know, the cup runs are great, but really the league is the thing that matters the most to a lot of people. So right now you can really see that, you know, this doesn't matter in the bigger picture for Solent right now. So it's a good bit of repetition and a good learning curve for him right now.
Lovely interchanging play there from Solent, and it's popped up lovely. Unlucky there. But Loughborough aren't waiting around, and they come straight back at Solent.
I think we just ended up in a bit of a struggle at points with making our layups and making our shots. I think if a few more of them fell, you know, this lead would be a lot different right now for Loughborough. This would be a much more tighter and much more intense game. I think really tomorrow is going to be the bounce back game for Team Solent. If they can regather and get their minds right and pick up the win tomorrow, you know, we can look at this as just being one of them games. Very good ball movement right there by Team Solent. It's quick play from Solent.
This is impressive. This is some of the best play we've seen all game. Lovely shot from downtown. Unfortunately, just misses.
You can see there at one point on defence, when the ball went inside to Milner, 3 players from Loughborough were trapping around him. That made it too much of a struggle for him to pass the ball back out or make a move. This has been almost the story throughout the whole entire game. Loughborough sending 2 or even 3 players at 1 player at a time.
Milner with the second of the 3 throws. Makes the second. The score's 64-48 to the Loughborough Riders. We have just over 2.5 minutes remaining. And the play's been halted again. It's another free throw. This time Lucas. Falls short on the first attempt. Makes the second. Huge shot from downtown. And the Loughborough Riders really felt that one.
That was 2 back-to-back threes by the same player. Some great shooting there in transition by Loughborough.
Oh, and Solent hit back with one of their own. This game really has opened up in this final quarter. Okoro to start with the ball from the baseline. Sullivan watching the game closely now since the 2 dismissal of the players Reese still holding the ball. Loses it though. It's well hassled from Solent, and Milner reaches. Easy two. He'll take them all day.
It's an and one right there. Milner gets to take this free throw.
They really need to be looking to capitalise on these.
Some good defence there by Team Solent, but a bit of a call there by the refs. Netting up for Loughborough.
16 points in this game.
So right now it's Solent are in team fouls. So every single possession from now there'll be free throws for Loughborough, no matter wherever the foul is.
Great searching run from Teasdale as he looks for Milner.
Seems to be turning into a bit of a scrimmage here right now. Loughborough seems to be getting rebounds, easy, quick, fast break layups. I'm not going to say Solent have given up right now, but I think their heads are starting to drop. I think they've realised that they're going to be taking the loss on this game. Also, Loughborough in team fouls right now, so every possession, every foul from now on will be free throws.
Solent falls short. Second throw from Lucas. Finds the net, finds the hoop. Loughborough still as energetic and forceful as they were in the first quarter.
Good rotation on the ball there by Solent. As you can see, Loughborough getting hands to every single ball now. Deflections. Solent really seems to be looking to penetrate and try and kick the ball every single time Loughborough getting a hand to the ball.
We're into the final minute of play here. And this game's finally drawn to a close. It's a great layup there from Loughborough as they extend their lead now to 20 points. Would you say they've been 20 points better?
Really looking at the game, I think it could be a much closer game. But I just think shots weren't falling for Solent, and a lot of shots were falling for Loughborough right now. I think
potential injury here for Lucas.
I think the score could reflect a very different game right now.
He seems to have shrugged that one off, and play's going to resume. Loughborough.
And that is how you finish off a game right there.
That is how you finish the game. That was one for the cameras. Score stands at 79 Loughborough Riders, and Solent is currently on 55.
I think Solent are looking to just hold the ball out now and finish off. Yeah, we're wrapping up.
This game seems to be drawn to a close as the players shake hands. Unfortunately for Solent, they didn't get the victory that they needed here, but Loughborough look to continue their great run of form this season as they've won 3 out of 3. Liam, any final words on that game?
Final thoughts would be that Solent really need to take a lot of leaves out of Loughborough's books right now with their intents on defence, their intensity throughout the game, and Solent just need to go back to the drawing board and start to get more repetition in practice.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Liam. That's all from us here today at Sonar TV. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.